All right, we are live, coming at you from the town of Newmarket and wherever Sully's from, Ohio. This entire state of Ohio.
Yes, I am Ohio. Population of 1.
All right. Okay, it's I got the notes. I'm good. Got the twab. All right. Um. Also, reminder that we have questions from the community this week,
Yep.
so you might need to remind me.
Okay, I can probably do that. Probably.
Greetings, Guardians, and welcome to the Voices of the Vanguard. Today I'm with me, Sully from Sully Games. Say hello, Sully.
Hello, Guardians.
And I am your host, Kane from Kane Plays Stuff here on Twitch. And today we are going to be talking about the big old delay from Bungie, the Beyond Light delay. Almost 2 months.
Yeah, 50 days I think I saw. I don't know how accurate that is, but it sounds about right.
And then we'll get into some of the questions from the community and all that other good stuff that we have planned for today. But for now, we'll begin with what we've been up to in the world of Destiny. So, Sully, take it away.
Oh, well, we got I got another flawless raid in. Saturday we ran
I mean,
Scourge
I
of
did
the
it with you,
Past.
but yeah.
But you already had it. Um,
I got two.
so, you do. We got that done. That went actually pretty easy, other than like the networking issues that we had.
Except for like the 30 minutes of like beavering and quailing and everything like that.
Yeah, and then not being able to join because Aldrin hates me for some reason. But other than that, like it went really smooth. Um,
Yeah,
we've kind
I
of
want to say we only had to attempt it like 3 times.
yes, I think something happened the first time. I can't. It was something stupid, something
I think
random.
Aldrin like got thrown into a thing and we couldn't res him or something.
Yeah, and then well, if he died, we would have wiped anyways. But it was something weird the first time, and then the second time, Lance died, but Aldrin got beavered previously to that. So like, if Aldrin doesn't get beavered,
Oh yeah, that's what it was actually. Yeah, he just got beavered at the end of the.
we would have been fine. Then yeah,
Yeah.
on the third time, once we were able to do it
Yeah.
without any networking issues,
Yeah,
well,
it's
actually pretty smooth.
pretty
Actually,
cool.
so I was pretty happy with that. I think what plan is now work on Last Wish, get Petra's run
Yeah. There's a couple of people
around.
that we need to try and help get crown. I had a horrible time. I just kept fucking up every single jump, and I think if I switched to my like my main class, I
You and
probably would.
Lance, so
Yeah,
I mean, just
probably
wasn't
would have
going
been better.
smooth that time, but we'll get it done for them. Um, Still working on Shadow and Blacksmith are like so close to being done. So we'll get into more details on some of that in a
Nice.
bit. What have you been
Um,
up to? Anything else? I know you got Effigy. Are you
yeah,
liking
I
that?
finally got at the ruinous effigy. All I need now is the eyes from the prophecy dungeon, which I'll be doing
And
tonight.
doing
Um,
that with Lance.
I can't remember who. I think Jay Lurtz and me. I think.
Okay. So yeah, Lance is really good. He knows we're all like, we did the prophecy dungeon Monday night, I think it was, and like
Yeah.
he showed me where all the urns and all the eyes were. So I already have that knocked out for prophecy, which is super clutch.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah, like I really haven't been doing much other than just that kind of stuff. We got all the raids done for the triumphs, moments of
Still
triumph.
need Leviathan.
You still need Leviathan?
Yeah, cause I he set that at 9 o'clock, and my alarm went off, and I was just like, no, I'm not. I'm too tired. So I just kind of slept in.
All right. Yeah, there's been so many raids going on in our Discord lately. It's been crazy. So you could probably sneak in there, one of those.
Oh, trust me, I will definitely be getting that raid done.
All right. What else? Can't really think of anything else that I've been really doing. I guess I'll talk about effigy a little bit, but haven't really used it a whole lot.
So much fun.
It's pretty cool. It's a different way. It's a way different way to play that game. Because you just get one kill from a miner or something, and you can pick up the ball and start damaging enemies around you. Big AOE effect.
And it does like a lot of damage too. Like it's not like just like tickling these ads. Like it's knocking their health down.
Yeah, it's good for majors and minors for sure. Also, the slam, the ball slam's really good too. Like when you're running out of ammo, you just slam it on someone for massive damage.
Yeah, they did a really good job on that exotic, so I was really happy.
And then also you can keep holding down the shield while you have no ammo left, and it will start draining your health. But it will kill you, so don't keep it held down for too long.
Yeah, I normally around at 1, I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna drop this.
Oh yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I haven't used it a whole lot though. I might run that plus malicious birthright or something, like a primary grenade launcher
For prophecy.
Yeah.
I was running. What was I running? I was running. I think sacred, effigy, and sword.
Of course, that's what everyone runs is the sword.
But
I think like I think having 2 special won't be so bad if I can get special ammo finder on. Plus, with the finisher, if I ever need ammo, I can just use a finisher on someone.
Yeah, because when we were in prophecy, we could have one-phased the boss, but like we had to wait to go into the room for the eyes. And of course, like it didn't spawn until like the very last room.
All right.
Just kept having to like chase the boss until we spawned into the right room. So
yeah,
watch out! Don't do too much damage.
Just stay alive.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Let's see here. So yeah, Beyond Light is getting a delay from September 22nd to November 10th.
Yes.
My first question when this arose was, what's happening to Festival of the Lost?
And that got answered really quickly.
Thankfully. I don't know about you, but I equate Destiny to like Halloween, like the October month for some reason. I don't know why. I know that usually comes out in September, but in my brain, it's something with Halloween and Destiny just like intermingles for me.
I think you might be the only one, but on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at least they kind of announced Festival of the Lost is coming for you, and it's like what, October 6th to November 3rd.
Yeah, a month long. Jeez. Usually it's like what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But they probably figure there's not going to be a whole lot of content going on. So unless they have like a surprise up their sleeve, which at this point, like I don't know, maybe they do. I know you mentioned something that some type of like whisper outbreak type mission for Traveler's Judgment, but
yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of because the last couple of years, that's what they've been doing is like a whisper or outbreak type mission around this time, like August or so.
So my biggest thing is with the November 10th pick.
All the big games are dropping then?
Yeah, well, like our company's like not afraid of Cyberpunk. Because like typically like when you
Maybe
like
they're
look at like,
expecting them to get delayed instead. And it's
and
like,
that's what like I was also thinking is that like one, we have Corona, COVID going around the world. It's really hard like to develop video games right now working remotely. So I could definitely see Cyberpunk and Assassin's Creed Valhalla both getting a delay. And apparently, I guess Borderlands has a DLC coming out, but
oh yeah,
I mean, it's Borderlands. Like, it has its community just similar to like Destiny. So
yeah,
um, I was just like, man, like that's rough. Like, literally 9 days later, um, you have
yeah.
Cyberpunk coming out, which could take a lot of the fan base away for a little bit. And like the biggest thing for me, I took out of this delay, I'm getting worried about is if I actually have to look. Let me give me a second. I'm gonna look at the date here real quick or the
Okay.
calendar.
So I can tell you why I equate Destiny with Halloween is because the PC version came out on October 24th. So it's pretty close to Halloween, you know. So
Okay. When did uh when did Garden of Salvation drop? Did it drop the week into after?
I want to say it dropped like a week after
Okay. And this is where I got really worried about this whole thing.
the
Um
raid.
yeah, because the OSU Michigan game, the game is
Oh,
always
great.
yeah, and it's gonna fall on the same Saturday potentially that raid could drop, and yeah, I'm not missing the game. Like, and I mean, we may not even have a college football season, and we could even potentially see Destiny. They could even bump up the release date. Like, this could be kind of a worst case scenario type deal for them, on
Mm.
terms of like, okay, there could potentially be this release date, but let's announce this release date so that we don't have to then make another announcement on a delay. We can be like, oh, we're gonna make an announcement. Hey, we're releasing Beyond Light a week to 2 weeks earlier than expected, which could potentially happen. Um, this also kind of makes this whole weird rumor that's potentially could be going around. Not really a rumor. We don't really know. But maybe we're seeing some type of huge engine update. Maybe a new engine.
Yeah, so the
Like,
you know the details better than me about this rumor. From
okay,
what I understand, it was
let
a
me.
ghost a perk on a ghost shell was deactivated, and apparently that was something that they said they couldn't do before because of the engine.
So let me pull up my profile. I'll pull up my. I haven't tweeted much, so
I will say
it
though
should.
that the Last Wish raid did come out 10 days after Forsaken
Okay,
drops.
so hopefully we like if it's a Friday, like as long as it's not that Saturday. As I said, we may not even have college football.
Yeah,
Like,
well, yeah.
so Um, so right now, like that's the thing. If they come out November 10th and like that's their set stone, like I kind of have to hope for no college football if I want to make this raid.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, they disabled Seeker of Brazilians, the perk on the a ghost shell, and this is the first time ever in the history of Destiny 2 that they were able to disable a perk. And I remember seeing this tweet and I was thinking like at first I was just figuring like, oh, maybe like kind of like read it too quick and like kind of like read it wrong and like the ghost was also being disabled. But then I saw Glad retweeted something and it was a new engine with 3 question marks. And then I looked at his retweet and I was just like, oh, like there might be something going on here. And then literally this was what day was this? July 20th or July 13th.
Definitely not the 20th.
Yeah, not the 20th. Look in the future. So 3 days later, after they disabled that and that rumor starts getting talked around, we see a 50-day delay on Beyond Light, and I gotta feel. I mean, that has to take a lot of time to be able to either do a new engine into a game.
Yeah, for
Like, I
sure.
feel like that's definitely not like, oh, let me just flip the
Copy paste
switch
this.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and be
Copy
like,
Destiny
oh,
2 from this engine, paste it in the other one. Isn't that how video games work?
yeah, I mean, maybe it is, and I don't know, but like, I don't think so. But
Yeah, I
like,
don't think so.
so like that kind of like, oh, like maybe there's something actually going on here with this engine. Like that's kind of like a lot of the complaints with D2 is just on terms of like the engine and uh supposedly there was the guy that was with Luke Smith in the announcement video for Beyond Light um mentioned something about on how Beyond Light's also going to make things easier for like developers in terms of like being able to like put content into the game and like be able to do things.
Hmm.
So I don't necessarily believe we're gonna see a new engine. It'd be freaking awesome if we do. But like that I mean, we're not talking like what Shadowkeep was delayed like what 2 weeks,
Something like
3
that,
weeks
yeah.
maybe,
It was from September to like the beginning of October.
and then we're talking about 2 months, 50 days here. Like, I mean, I understand like COVID's going on right now too, but like it's interesting.
Yeah.
I will say the one thing is I wish what they would have done with the Beyond Light reveal is they should have just said this fall.
Oh. I think you need to have a date, but
So,
that's
but,
just me. Um, but this I'll walk this back a bit and de-hype it a little bit, just so we don't get off the rails and go into fantasy booking territory.
oh yeah, that's
This
fine.
could just be the reason why the shell is deactivated is because they're finally putting in a way to just have ghost shells be cosmetic and you can change out the perks. And then they were able to disable it because of that. Also, it probably just takes just a bit longer to do all the probably all the quality of life stuff that's going to be coming, like transmogging and stuff like that. Like I know they said they
Probably.
didn't want to have that launched with Beyond Light, but if this is being pushed out this far, it might be because it said later this year, so it's either like close to launch of Beyond Light or December. So
Yeah.
also probably
That'd be
just
interesting.
trying to figure out how like also just working out the kinks and stuff with the vault as well. Like maybe it's taking more time to work out how that works out. Um,
Probably. I feel like at that point you could have just postponed VOG instead of Beyond Light.
well, yeah, they
I
said
think
VOG
that's.
is coming out later in year 4. They didn't say when in year 4 though. So
I thought they said season 13.
I'm pretty sure they just said year 4. But
I was thinking they said season 13 is when VOG was making an appearance.
all right.
I could be wrong.
Well, isn't next
But
one 12?
yeah, and
Yeah.
13 would have been when
I don't.
VOG
I
was
don't know.
coming out. But
Um,
maybe.
just so that we don't go crazy and be like, "Oh, confirmed new engine coming." Here's
No,
all
but
these.
I just thought that
Yeah.
was kind of like I'd just see like this talk, you know,
Yeah, I'm just
things
being
being
like a
talked
devil's
about this,
advocate kind of
and
thing, where
then
I'm just arguing something else that's not the
yeah, no, no,
narrative.
no,
Yeah.
but, and then you see a 50-day delay, which I mean I don't have an issue. Like I thought the length of it was odd, so like there has to be like obviously as I said, COVID's going on, so like
Yeah.
games aren't as easily done as before. Um, this could also be like a worst case scenario. As I said, they could easily be like, okay, well, it's going to be ready November 3rd or 2 weeks earlier than the 10th type deal. Because it's easier to move a game up than it is to delay a game, because
Yeah.
delay a game, it community mad. Even though, like, I would rather them delay it and make sure, like, things are, like, good to go.
Hey,
And,
do you want more beavers than there currently are?
sure.
Yeah, everyone loves beavers.
Yeah, I mean, what would we do without our friendly furry pet?
Yeah. I don't know if you want to mention this now, but like the changing of the release date also includes a couple months of drought, or September 8th to October 6th. Basically, there's nothing announced, so you'll have like a month there where not much going on.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of probably, like, expected, since Beyond Light was supposed to come out
Yeah.
22nd. So, yeah, I'm just kind of interested in seeing how. This is basically, I wonder if everything's going to play out with this season to end on the 22nd, or whenever, like, they were, like, predicting this season to end to go into Beyond Light. Or are they going to, like, postpone some of that stuff to later on? Like, I'm assuming we'll probably get, like, a live event again.
Yeah.
Or something to kind of, like, go into the next season slash.
Well, in the TWAB they have increased redacted modifiers coming, so we'll see what that is eventually.
But yeah, I mean, I was sad to see it, but like I kind of like was expecting a delay.
No, what if
Anyways,
they had to delay it even more into like next year?
I don't think so. I don't think that will happen.
Okay.
I don't think that will happen.
That'd be crazy if it
the
did.
only thing I could, yeah, I don't. I think something would really have to happen in terms of like some type of like whatever they're using, like, to be able to like edit all this stuff and like develop the video game would have to like break. So I think there would have to be something weird. I think November 10th is like probably their like worst case scenario type deal.
Yeah. I saw some people saying they should delay it even further to December, and I'm like, well, if they need to, sure, but like that's gonna be a bit tricky. But the way they have like seasons planned out and everything, yeah, I don't know. Unprecedented times we are in.
Yeah,
that's for sure. All right, so what are you grinding for the rest of the season?
I'll let you start.
I'm not grinding for shit, man.
Oh, really?
I guess I'll just get the two I guess 3 titles done. The one for Forerunner, the one for Moments of Triumph, and the one for Conqueror when that comes out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So since we have this delay, I was like, all right, well, and there really isn't anything out there I want to play right now in terms of game wise.
Ghost of Tsushima is coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, I
I'm
hope
excited.
It's fantastic.
I think for people like me that like open world games with a lot of check boxes and stuff, I think it's gonna be fine. But for someone that wants more than that, then I don't know. But for someone like me, I'm gonna be super happy with it.
I said I hope it's fantastic. I love Sucker Punch.
Yeah, I think it's got a black and white mode too, so you could be like classic samurai.
Yeah, Yep, it does.
It's pretty cool.
But so I'm gonna actually challenge myself here. Well, I actually have a draft up for my tweet. I'm gonna tweet this out probably after the podcast. So it's I'm gonna call it. It's the challenge of Beyond Crazy.
What is this?
So I'm gonna go after Cursebreaker, Chronicler, Wayfarer, Blacksmith, which basically done. Reckoner, Shadow, uh, Harbinger, Enlighten, uh, season title, Conqueror, and Moments of Triumph.
Jesus, you're going for all of them, except for flawless.
Yeah, and then Unbroken, I can't do. It's like, but anything PvP, I was just kind of like. Eh. And then I also want to. Currently I have 132 raids. Because I was like, our Discord has been very active in raids, and I feel kind of selfish because I've been kind of like forcing myself to like these two like seals done. So I have 132 current raids done. I want to get 250.
Jesus.
And I have 93 Sherpas. This one's gonna be really tough.
You're gonna be crazy about this.
I want to get the 200 Sherpas.
Oh my god. So many Sherpas.
It is.
We're gonna have to go into the Destiny 2 LFG Discord.
Yeah, that's kind of like what my plan's gonna be. Probably like Friday and Saturday night sometimes.
Alright. Yeah, that's insane, dude.
I wanted to go a little crazy, and I feel like that could generate some like fairly good content out of it.
Oh
just
yeah,
'cause,
totally.
Like, there's so much going on right there.
It's fucking crazy.
So I mean, I already have pretty much 2 of those seals done with Shadow and
Yeah, I've already got
Blacksmith.
Wayfarer, Cursebreaker.
Wayfarer is pretty much done.
Have you got Chronicler yet?
No.
No, you gonna try that one? Because it's not that hard.
That was on there. Yeah, that was on there.
Okay. You didn't say Ravensbane, did you?
I don't. Maybe I don't have it on here.
Okay.
But I will go for it though. I'll have to put that on there.
I need Harbinger still because all I'm missing is just a shader, and I just need to not die in a Master Nightmare hunt. So. Yeah. That's nuts. I think Wayfarer and like the Cursebreaker ones probably not that hard. It's just grindy.
Wayfarer is pretty much done. I need I think IO for Flashpoint for Heroic Adventures. There might be like one other place that I think needs like literally just one heroic adventure. It might be Mercury. Needs like one heroic adventure, and it's done. But like, so I have a few of them that are basically just kind of done. But like, some of them are kind of like Reckoner.
Reckoner's
like, I'm like so far away from that one.
Yeah, that's.
And I know
that's gonna be the most grinding one. Yeah.
JM talked about going for that too, so I can hit him up, and him and I can grind for that, and I can at least have.
Yeah, I've been interested in getting that as well. Like, I've started making loadouts in Dim for just like Gambit sets. So.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind going with that with you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. You're a madman. I salute you.
This next topic we don't actually have to really talk about unless you want to, but I never deleted it just because like I was having a hard time coming up with topics.
Should ghosts affect power level? I'm gonna say no, just because I remember in Destiny 1 getting a ghost was fucking hard for power level.
Well, I mean, they drop pretty frequent now, so like, but
yeah,
they
but
could change.
This would be tied. Okay, so here's the thing: ghosts are tied to bright engrams, right? Or like most of them, anyways. Like 99% of them are. So what this would mean?
I think they might be removing those though. Because
So
wasn't it? Maybe it was just ships and sparrows that
so
are being
this would
removed.
mean that they would have to take all those ghost shells and put them into Destiny. Some like not all of them, like, but put a vast majority of ghost shells into the loot pool, um, to
Or
help
you
you
could just
grind.
move all the current ghosts as ornaments.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Is to make them ornaments,
Yeah.
and that way they don't count it on your power. Um,
But yeah, I was just kind of thinking of topics, and I was just like, oh, this could be interesting. Yeah, I was kind of like,
I think the power grind is already a bit much, for
yeah.
some people, especially more casual people. Um, I think it's perfectly fine for people like you and me so far. Pinnacle grind can be a pain in the ass because of just like guarding can just give you a bunch of energy weapons and you make no progress
No,
for that week.
stop. There is no energy weapons in that raid.
Oh yeah, my mistake. It's all power weapons. My
All
bad.
power weapons.
um, but I think like
Garden
the
of
light
Energy.
level or power level is okay right now. The pinnacle grind
Yeah, I
can
kind
be
of
a
agree.
bit of a bitch, but
I'm interested in seeing what type of adjustments they make with the Pinnacle grind. So, but yeah, I'm kind of.
you think they're gonna remove the artifact?
God, I hope so.
Oppressive darkness is just always here now.
I hope so.
That'd be cool. Let's see, what else do we have here?
We kind of already talked about the engine.
Yeah,
A
new
little bit.
engine. All right, TWAB. Let's head into the TWAB. TWABy TWAB.
Top, 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 top.
Yeah. So they did release a roadmap. I bet if this game or if Beyond Light wasn't delayed, we would not have seen this roadmap.
I was thinking this roadmap was already out.
Was it? I've never seen it.
Yeah. I thought Ninja posted something
He
about it.
posted this like today.
No, I was thinking because like talked about Solstice of Heroes like a few weeks ago, and he was like, it comes out like the 21st.
Yeah, that was just like leaked screenshots.
Uh,
Like that was like Ginsor stuff.
I
But
was
yeah,
thinking,
this is the first roadmap I've seen. I'll just say, I don't think we would have seen this if Beyond Light wasn't delayed. There was a roadmap leaked regarding this season, like a day or so before it released, but that was for like China or something.
I mean,
So we'll have Moments of Triumph will now be extending into November 10th. So you can go and finish off whatever you need for that.
yeah, there's very doable to get that Triumph done now. I
Yeah,
mean,
totally.
50 extra days.
Uh, Festival of the Lost will now take place during Season of Arrivals, beginning October 6th and ending on November 3rd. We're playing a handful of ritual activity modifiers to look forward to. So increased Valor, Infamy, and Redacted. A few additional Iron Banner events between September and November. What do you think Redacted is? Is that something that we already have, like exists, or is that going to be something new?
I would assume it's going to be something new, because then they wouldn't say redacted.
That's a
But I
good
don't know.
point.
I don't know, like, what in the world it could be. So,
Yeah, it's a ritual activity modifier, so what would that even be? I was just thinking it's going to be like Altered Element or Energy or whatever. Twisted Energy, but
that shit's so easy to get anyways.
yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, I really don't. I would figure if it was something that we had now, they would have said it. Maybe it's something for Festival of the Lost.
Maybe, yeah.
Like,
Like Souls or something.
Yeah.
I'm just reading through the. Oh yeah, so they updated the pages regarding Beyond Light with new and relevant information. Some in-game UI elements will not reflect the new launch date until further future update. All right, so they've updated the Grandmaster difficulty Nightfalls. This is a welcoming change. So what they're going to be doing is they're going to be increasing the masterwork material drops for Grandmaster Nightfall difficulty. Grandmaster completion at Platinum, Gold, and Silver levels now have a higher chance of dropping exotic armor. Grandmaster completion at Platinum level now guarantees 1 Ascendant Shard, with a small chance for 1 additional, and 4 Enhancement Prisms, with a moderate chance at 1 to 2 additional. So that right there is already worth running Grandmasters over any other Nightfall.
Yeah. And then we're going to be going for that seal anyway, so.
Yep.
Might as well go for it.
Grandmaster completion at Gold level now guarantees 2 Enhancement Prisms, with a moderate chance of 2 additional, and then Grandmaster completion at Silver, small chance at 2 Enhancement Prisms. So, good changes. They're coming July 21st.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Maybe we can get some people in to farm those shards.
I'm sure we have a pretty active community right now, so I'm pumped.
Not a lot of them are at like 1070 level though, so.
I have plenty of raids to do, so. Garden of Energy, here we come.
Garden of Energy.
Hopefully they need energy weapons.
Energy of Salvation. So farming with the dogs last week, pretty crazy. Bungie Day brought in updates to Destiny 2, unlocking new exotic quests, new Umbral engrams, and more. 5 raids also entered featured status, losing their weekly loot lockouts. In other words, players can play featured raids multiple times a week to grind out high stat armor and raid exotics. Oh yeah, and then this is where they talk about the Contender's Ghost Shell from Prestige Leviathan. In the last few days, an issue came to light that the Contender Shell perks also lost their loot lockouts, combined with some raid encounters that could completed under 5 minutes. This led to an incredibly quick way to earn bright engrams, which further increased legendary shard and glimmer earn rates. So, because of this, the Secret of Brilliance perk has been disabled. The current goal is a hotfix in August that adds the weekly lockout back to the perk. So what do you think about that? That they locked out the perk because people were just gaming the system. It's kind of crummy, right?
Yeah, I don't have like an issue like. Yeah, I mean I don't know like.
Like if you want to spend your time grinding out the fucking beginning of Leviathan for bright engrams, I'm not gonna stop you. That's the most boring thing I can think of doing in Destiny. But if you want to do that, go ahead.
I don't know. That's kind of odd. I probably just kept it up unless there was potential of bright dust being dropped.
I don't think it's. Yeah, I didn't say anything about bright dust. Just engrams.
They may not have mentioned that, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see if people were getting bright dust out of it.
I guess you could get bright dust out of bright engrams as a drop, you know.
Yeah.
But still, I think that's. I don't think they should have locked it because of that. As a note, the Secret of Opulence perk remains active if you're looking to round out your exotic collections or earn better rolls on exotics. You can do that. So, update from the player support team. So as announced previously, the new release date for Beyond Light will be November 10th. This changed the end dates for Season of Arrivals and Moments of Triumph have also been moved to November 10th. The implementation of related systems such as moving certain activities to the Destiny content vault and the effect of max power level through infusion have also been pushed back. Resolved issues. So July 14th, they released a hotfix 2.9.1.1 to players. This hotfix included the following resolved issues where the Horde's projectiles appearing randomly when using abilities were stowed away. Reassign interact button didn't revive players on custom controller schemes. Glide jump canceling warlocks and titans also auto jumped after landing. I think didn't Ninja have like some issue with that?
Yeah, I remember him saying something.
Hunters kneeled after dodging when holding crouch, but stood when using toggle crouch. The fencing salute emote allowed players to get out of the environment, which is interesting. They probably just like glitched out somehow, phased through some walls. The emissary whisperer triumph has been removed, which is interesting. Players could get stuck in the prophecy dungeons hallway between the wasteland and the hexahedron areas. So the MSC whisperer triumph, is that the one where you have to go around and talk to the emissary?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Because I tried doing that once, and it just did not, like, it wasn't counting any of the times I talked to her. So I wonder if that's why they removed it.
Maybe.
While we continue to investigate known issues, here's a list of issues that are reported. Contender's Ghost Shell Seeker Brilliance perk, temporarily disabled. Some players can't progress the means to an end quest. While we continue our investigation, players can progress this quest by using an alternate character or joining another player who has already started the mission. Players who didn't claim the reward for completing means to an end quest in one previous week will be locked out from acquiring and completing it the following week. Players will be able to acquire the quest again the week after the blocked week. Players unable to launch the interference mission may be able to play through and complete it by joining someone else already in the mission. We can continue to investigate the beaver error code.
Why? Like my beavers.
Leave it in.
Yeah. Build character. That's suspense.
Character.
I wonder how, like, they really receive beaver errors too often on console, or is it really just the Steam thing?
I mean, they've addressed it in TWAB, so it's got to be everywhere, right?
I assume, but they just appear I guess, yeah, appear infrequently on the Steam platform, so I'm sure maybe you don't really get a whole lot of beavers on the console side. Maybe we should swap over to console, King.
Start becoming a console clan.
Playing those beautiful 30 frames per second.
Mm-hmm. No, we should start a Stadia clan. Not a lot of people are on Stadia. We can get the
7 wins the trials.
We can get that Stadia clout.
Yeah, okay.
Oh man, that's the thing I haven't looked up in a long time. Was my clout score? Is clout still around?
Is that I have no clue.
Oh,
You know what that is?
you have no idea what clout is?
Is that like all the things combined into one?
Yeah, it's like Oh, I think clout is down. Yep.
Oh, ask Mike. I'll ask Mike. I know he has a website that has everything.
Yeah, clout's gone forever.
Forever gone. But yeah, because Mike has something to where he has like his PSN, Steam, Uplay,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Like,
okay, just for a quick history lesson, Clout was a social media platform that tied in all your other social media platforms, and then gave you a score on like how influential you are. And they built it as this thing where you would get prizes and stuff for having a higher Clout score.
what was your score?
I think I was actually pretty high, like in the 40s or something. 50s.
You could have said any number, so I have no clue what you're talking about.
Like it was higher than the average person.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least you're not average.
I'm slightly above average.
There you go.
In everything I do in my life.
Love
Alright, let's head on into the questions. So we got some questions for us from our Discord. Yeah, I remembered, thankfully. Um, so Jay asks us, does the darkness make a compelling argument in terms of it arriving and it not necessarily being the enemy that we think it is? He thinks that Savathun is the main enemy, and she's going to use the darkness to her advantage the best she can, and she doesn't want the darkness talking to us, which is the whole point of the season, which is why she is trying to intercept our messages. So why is the darkness evil if our truly evil enemy doesn't want us to talk to the darkness? He's got a good point.
Yes.
As we are discovering through this season that the darkness is not truly evil, but just another force in the world of Destiny.
Yeah.
As far as we can tell, especially when that's the whole point of the dungeon of the prophecy, is that the 9 tells us that it's just another power to use. And I can see, honestly, like, I don't know about you, but I think about the worm gods a lot. What?
You think about the worm gods a lot.
Yeah, like lately I've been thinking.
Just casually eating your dinner, and you're like, oh, I wonder what the worm gods are up to.
I wonder what Yule's up to. You know, like I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know their history a lot. Other than 2 have been killed, one by Ulrichs and the other one by us, basically.
Well, is Zoe actually dead?
Well, he's the gun now. He's Whisperer of the Worm.
I was saying. Oh,
He is.
okay. I didn't think we killed him. Because I thought he could only die in like his ascendant realm or something like that.
I don't know. He's the gun. That's how I know that story goes.
Okay.
But I don't know about the other ones. I don't know if they've been killed by other things or like what's going on with them. They talk about the deep all the time.
That one on Titan.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that like the worm gods are or like whatever the deep is probably like the true enemy or whatever. But Savathun is definitely one of the bigger enemies that we have in the world of Destiny.
Yeah, I think they're trying to set up like in terms of like the darkness is like us like we're gonna like use it to find new powers, like you said originally. I don't know if they go as far as having a light and a dark side guardians. And I know we talked about that on. I think that was when Season of the Worthy dropped. Or no. Yeah, Season of the Worthy when that dropped, when Osiris mentioned on which side are you gonna choose when he was talking, but he was obviously talking to Warmind, but
yeah,
he mentioned, but like maybe they're trying to set up a light versus dark. You can choose, your alliance. I don't know if they go that far, but
I don't know if they'll go that far because they're giving us a darkness class, and if you had to choose between light and dark, you would lose out on that class. So.
I think that would be something down the future, when they have a new engine.
You mean this year?
Yeah. You're gonna get that new engine after this year.
New engine? No, that's that old shit. You want the new.
But why is the darkness evil? No, I guess maybe we'll find out more about the dark. We'll find, I think, a lot more about it once Beyond Light comes out, if it ever comes out. Maybe
also,
they're just gonna be like.
I will say that. Yeah, sorry.
You're good.
Okay. I will say though that the darkness is probably not going to be like all like high fives and hugs and stuff, because it is the darkness and it's been corrupting people to like become evil basically. So we'll see.
Yeah.
It's like having the power but not succumbing to the dark side basically.
And then he had another question.
Yeah. Lurtz or not Lurtz. JM says, "Do you think Xeno needs a nerf? Do you think it will be in the near future?
I think it gets nerfed.
But do you think it needs the nerf?
Uh, a little one.
A little
I
one.
Yeah.
Like a
I mean, it
slower
is.
firing rate or what? To me, I think
Uh,
Xeno is perfectly fine at the moment, just because there are other options to use that
yeah.
are not. It may not be optimal DPS, but it's fairly close. People have run the numbers. Like Whisper of the Worm is up there with Box or Whispered Breathing.
Yeah. If you
Um,
have the catalyst.
yeah, and like Darcy's close. Not the same level, obviously, but there's a lot of close
There.
options. Yeah, 1K is also pretty good for certain bosses. And
But
it
I
also
just
depends
also
on your class
think,
too, because I think with
um, yeah, the
uh
Titans are stupid.
yeah, with Titans, if they have the chest piece on that lets them auto reload basically.
Yeah.
um,
But even I'm not even just going on terms of like boss DPS. You guys also have to think of like Gambit. That gun Rex and Gambit.
See, whenever I use that gun in Gambit, I can never kill anybody with it.
Oh really? I get killed by it all the time. And then plus it can also do boss DPS. I mean, it's also good just doing pretty much any activity other than PvP. I don't think I've ever been killed by Xenophage in PvP.
Yeah,
Probably will happen the
I don't
next
know
time I
why
log
people.
in, but
So like, I don't know how people are doing it, but people say they get one tapped by Xeno, but it always takes me like 2 or 3 shots to kill someone with it.
probably
Maybe
because
maybe
power
I'm just
level.
bad.
Power level advantages. So maybe if they're like lower power level,
Or range, or like they have higher resilience or something.
yes, there's probably like a bunch of different factors in it.
Yeah. But I don't think it needs a nerf, but I think it definitely is going to get nerfed, especially going into the next expansion. They'll probably want to change it up.
Yeah, I think it gets something at Beyond Light. I think it needs like a little nerf. It doesn't need like an Izanagi's nerf. I don't think,
Yeah.
because they
Oh,
nerf
poor
that gun,
Izanagi.
yeah, to the ground. But I just think on how uh you can pretty much use Xenophage in like everything other than PvP, and it's really good, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but like just Gambit it does one tap Guardians, if you're lower power, if your stats are low. Um, Plus it can do really good boss DPS in Gambit. Plus it does really good boss DPS in raids or any other type of in-game activities, even though there are still other options. So maybe not have. Well, I don't know how they would do it with Divinity.
Well, swords are also an option as well for bosses that can be sorted.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not in the place where like Izanagi was, where like that was the best thing to use.
Oh yeah, no, it
Um,
wasn't anywhere on that level.
or like auto reloading, where grenade launchers was the only thing that anyone ever used.
God, they got rid of that.
So I think it's gonna get nerfed, but just hopefully it's not that bad.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a small one. I still think it's gonna be like you can use it, but it just won't be as powerful.
All right, I think that's the only question we had, right?
Well,
Everything
then,
else,
yeah,
yeah, everything else in that channel was just us talking about the delay.
yeah, pretty much. And everybody talking about Cyberpunk. They're
All
gonna be
right.
salty when Cyberpunk gets delayed.
So, question of the week. Dun, 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 dun. Would you like to see more support weapons in Destiny? So, I assume you mean something along the lines of like Illumina, or I guess you could try and say effigy, where it's a shield that does DPS.
Divinity too.
Divinity, yeah. I would like to see more like rule-based weapons for sure. Um, You basically have the three different like MMO classes in Destiny, but they're not explicitly spelled out that way. Like you have
Yeah.
your healer, which is the warlock. You have your healer and buff warlock, and then you have your tank, which is the Titan, and then you have your
Which
DPS, which is the hunter.
can also kind of be the warlock role too, which is really weird.
Well,
If
that's
you think
dependent.
about it.
That's dependent on builds, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing more support weapons. Something that buffs or debuffs or um, does like AOE damage or something.
Yeah, I would be interested in seeing what they can do and take something in terms of like divinity and be able to like instead of shooting the boss, like you have to like shoot your teammates to give them a buff.
That's
It's
the whole
just
thing with
funky.
Lumina. Is
Yeah,
that
but
it
you're
give you?
healing them. You're healing them.
Doesn't it also give you a buff as well? Blessing of the Sky.
Might. I would rather see like a trace rifle than a hand cannon.
Are trace rifles just going to be the the buff weapon?
For now. So they come out with something.
What if they come up with a new weapon type? It's called it's just a banner. And so like you could place the banner down and it's like an AoE and gives you a buff. I don't know. I'm just thinking of things.
I already have like 200 of those. So I'm good.
You'd be the one to use it all the time.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah,
I would definitely like to see some more support weapons.
for sure. Totally.
This is an MMO, you know. Need to see more support.
We need more support for support.
We do.
All right. So if we want you to answer this question as well, so like leave your answer down below in the comments section of wherever this is, YouTube, charshot.com, or you can just pop by our Discord and leave your answer there. Sully, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch at Sully__game.
And you can find me, your host Thomas, on Twitter, CSG Thomas. Also here at Kane Play Stuff, where we stream this show every 7 p.m. Eastern, Thursday. And you could follow us, subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. And anywhere you get podcasts, leave a review. You can email me, thomas@charshot.com, if you want to be a guest on one of my shows. And until then, Guardians, eyes down.